Hey everybody, Crafting Journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's March 1st, 2021. So we've gotten 2 months done on the temperature blankets. Well, almost. Um, I am almost I'm pretty much caught up with the loom blanket. And I don't know, I'm about a week behind on the regular blanket. Why did I decide to do a king size blanket? I don't know. What in the world possessed me? I am nuts. So, oh guys, yes, there's a different painting here. This is one that I started last year during the Willowing collab between Jennifer Roberts, DP Addiction Adventures, and Crashly, Crafts with Crashly. And then I put it away. But, I tend to do that. So I put away Alice Lost. It's not put away. It's right over there. I just need a break from the squares. Seriously, I was getting burned out on the squares. So last night I got this out. Now I had already started it. I blinged out the little stuff on her pocket here. It's an Alice painting. This is licensed artwork by Tamara Laporte from the Diamond Painting Factory UK, and it's part of her Willowing collection. So, when they said they were doing this Willowing collab, I immediately went there and I saw this Alice and I'm like, oh, I gotta have Alice. There's the rabbit, there's the Cheshire cat. So I was very excited to, get the bling going, of course. So I'm going to work on that for a little while. It's round, and it's just giving me a little bit of break from the squares. So I'm going to turn it around here. What I did was I didn't like the plastic that was on it, or I don't even remember what cover came on it, but I didn't like it. So I took it off, and I really need to put some washi tape around the edges here. Because it's quite sticky. So I will do that off camera later on. Today, how was your weekend, guys? Oh my goodness. I had Malia over and we had so much fun. So, I got my tax return from the state. I got a little bit of a refund. In Wichita, we pay state taxes. And I got a little bit of a refund on my state taxes, probably because I paid so daggone much for car registration. And I rent. I don't own anything, so there's really nothing to tax me on. So she and I went shopping, yes. And, I bought some yarn. Of course, I bought some yarn. The March, which reminds me, the March giveaway, that will go up today as well as this video. So the drawing for the March yarn giveaway will be March 24th, I believe is what I said in the video. Look in the video. I do give a date and a time. It's the last Wednesday of the month at 8:15 p.m. when I will do the drawing for the next yarn giveaway. So I'm excited about that because there's a really cool yarn in that giveaway, guys. So you're going to want to participate. So the shopping trip. So Malia did not want to go into Joann's with me. She's like, Matt, no, not going in there. I'll wait in the car, Grandma. And it's not a big deal to her because she sits and looks at her phone and watches Netflix. Okay. So I go in and there's a bunch of yarn on sale. The mandala was on sale. I forget what the sale was. Hmm, I forget what it was. Sorry, but it was on sale. Oh, my nose itches. Is somebody talking about me? Isn't that what it means? My nose itches. Um, okay, so we got the yarn. We go back out to the car, and she's like, "Oh, Grandma, look, there's a Ross." I'm like, "Oh yeah, nice, it's Ross." I said, "Oh, do you want to go in there?" "Yeah, I would love to go in there." "Well, what do you want that's in there?" "Well, I like to look at the clothes." I'm like, "Oh, okay, so we'll go look at the clothes." So I ended up buying her a pair of pants, a couple of shirts, and then this like little house dress that she can wear just to around the house. Because she officially goes back to school today. Like they were doing the hybrid thing where I don't know how it's like some days they're at home, some days they were at school. So they're gone back to school starting today full time. So she was very excited. These pants were so cool. They were like this beautiful blue camouflage. And oh my God, they fit her so well and she looked so good in them. So, and then yesterday, during my live, I'm like, you must do your homework during the live or I will not let you go home with those pants. She's like, oh, Grandma. So she did her homework. I checked. Um, yeah. And it's interesting, all their homework is done on the computer. And then I just bit my tongue. What the heck was that? Um, so once they're done, they can just turn it in. I'm like, do you want to turn it in? She's like, no, 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 I have a question for the teacher. I'm like, what's the question? Maybe I can help. I couldn't help. I don't know what they're doing. She had these slides. She told me it was a science project, and there was these slides, and she had to comment or cite the slides. I didn't understand, first of all, how that's a science project, but okay, if you say so. So I was teasing her the other day because she's taking this class. It's a class that, we probably knew it as home ec. Remember when they called it home economics? Home ec. You could learn to cook and sew and do all that stuff in home ec. And boys didn't take the class. Well, now everybody takes the class if you want to, and it has some other name, some acronym. Everybody loves their acronyms now. Um, And I said, "Oh man, you better be getting an A in this class. This, like how to sew on a button." She's like, "Well, Grandma." I'm like, "What do you mean, well? It's easy. You have to sew on a button." She's like, "Yeah, but we're in school, we're sewing a backpack, and I forgot to bring the materials for 2 days, so my grade got docked." What? I'm like, "But Leah, this is an easy A. Easy." She goes, "Plus, I can't sew a straight line." I said, "There's a guide on the sewing machine. Just follow the guide." She's like, "No, no, but it keeps going up." I'm like, oh my God. My granddaughter is not, she's She's making a D in home economics. She goes, "But the good news, Grandma, is this quarter they're switching to cooking." Now, she is good at cooking. So, all I can say is she better come out of that class with a better grade than a D. Oh my God, this poor kid. So, God. Did I look up National Day? Oh, yes, it's National, oh my God, Peanut Butter Lovers Day. I am a lover of peanut butter. Now, there are 2 days. Like, I think back in January or February, there was a National Peanut Butter Day. This is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. So, this is my day. This is the day people celebrate me because I love peanut butter. Have I was thinking about all the stuff that I love. I love peanut butter ice cream. Oh my God. Um, I think it's Blue Bunny ice cream. They make peanut butter. It's called Peanut Butter Party, I think. It's so good. Of course, it's got chocolate in it, but oh, lots of peanut butter. So good. The other thing I really, really love, um, and I have not found it to my satisfaction. There used to be, well, there still is, this place called the Brooklyn Water Company or something like that. They made bagels, and when they first opened, when I lived in Florida, they had this. They would make iced coffee, and then what they would do is they would take coffee and freeze them into ice cubes. So your ice cubes were actually coffee as well. So it was delicious, but they had this peanut butter flavor. You could actually buy the bags of the peanut butter coffee, and it was so good. And I have gone online and I've looked up peanut butter coffee and I've bought some, and it just doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste like the peanut butter coffee that I got from that place. Plus, after a little while, they discontinued it, and I was so sad to see it go. And I just haven't found it anywhere to my satisfaction. Because boy, was that delicious. Oh, I know you guys think I'm crazy. Peanut butter coffee? Oh, it was so good. People, there's bacon lovers, then there's peanut butter lovers. Or maybe you love both. I don't know, peanut butter and bacon. I just like Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, so good. So delicious. When I went to pick up Malia, my daughter-in-law, she works at they call it the BX. She works on the base, the Air Force base. And it's like a little Walmart, on the base with good prices. So she's like, "Oh, look, I brought you something." She brought me a little bag of Reese's peanut butter cup eggs. So I threw them in the freezer. Oh, because they're so good frozen. Oh my gosh. Put a Reese's peanut butter cup in the freezer to die for. Anyway, so it is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. How do you celebrate? If you have a peanut butter lover in your family, make them something with peanut butter. Peanut butter and bananas, Yum, 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 yum. And peanut butter has been around for so long. Oh my goodness, so long. It's just so delicious. So let's talk about judge, jury, and journey. So the next trial that I'm going to cover will be the George Floyd trial. So I was doing a little research this morning, and I was incorrect. I thought all four officers were being tried in the same trial. But apparently this trial that's starting on the 8th is only Derek Chauvin. And he is the police officer that, if you've seen the video, he was actually the senior officer on site. He is the one that had his knee on George Floyd's neck. So he is charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter. So the jury would get to choose like one or the other charge, not both. But they're trying to upgrade that to third-degree murder. Now, the difference between third-degree murder and second-degree murder, I wanted to tell you, because it is different in every state, and this case is being tried in Minneapolis. Now, second-degree murder is, there's no premeditation involved, but you do cause the death of someone, and you're intentionally inflicting harm. So, and that harm causes the death. So that's second degree murder. Now, if you go to third degree murder, it is, oh, What happened? What happened? Oh, here we are. So the element that's added in third degree murder is without regard for human life. So you are perpetrating a dangerous act with no regard for the person's life, um, and it causes the death of that person. That's third degree murder. So I think he was originally charged with that, and then the judge took it out, and now they're trying to get it back in. I think they're going in front of a grand jury to see if they can get that charge back. Um, that will be interesting to see. Now, the other three officers are being tried. Um, I don't know if it's together or separately, but they're being charged, or they're being tried over this, like their trial is scheduled for the summer. So I'll bring you that as well. But then I heard this morning that jury selection is supposed to last for 3 weeks, and it is not all you will get to hear of the jury selection is the audio, because you can't show all these people. I did wonder how they were going to do it, because they said Court TV and Law and Crime Network and those different networks said they were going to cover it. Well, they can only cover it the audio, because I wondered, all these jurors, they're going to pile into the courtroom, and they're going to bring them in one group at a time, and they're questioned by the attorneys, but you can't show their faces. So I will only get to hear the audio of that. So what I think I might do is pick a trial that may have happened a few months ago and cover that for you, one that's already happened, and just let you know what's going on, and cover that while the jury selection is going on in the George Floyd case, because that's not a terribly interesting process, I can tell you that. Having done jury selection many times, but I will, if there's any like highlights or anything like that, I'll bring them to you. Probably what's going to be more interesting is what's going to be happening outside the courtroom. They have erected barriers like everywhere, just to keep the people going in and out of the courthouse safe. They are expecting protesters. You know, all of the glass windows of the courthouse have been boarded up, in anticipation that some of the protests could get out of hand. I hope that doesn't happen, but I guess they would rather be safe than sorry. And there was some talk about, I think there was some motions on the table to change the venue to a more rural location, but I don't think that's going to fly, because this happened in Minneapolis, and the people of Minneapolis, they deserve that, in a sense they feel that they are the victims in this case. And as a person that would advocate for victims' rights, they have the right to have this trial in their location, and that the jury be made up of their peers. So I don't think it's going to go to, plus the rural locations would not have the capability to keep the courthouse as safe as the city. City has much more resources, and looks like they're using them. So what did you guys do this weekend? Did you accomplish anything? I started this scarf. I think I showed you yesterday on the morning show live with Crashly. I'm working on this summer scarf. And of course, it's lots of pink. It's this beautiful pattern. And I'm really loving that. And that's this Mandala Sparkle yarn. Upside down. Mandala Sparkle. Like I said, Joann's, the Mandala was on sale. What's going on, Oh, he's finally here. My co-host, Jake. Hi, buddy. What's going on? He's like, hey, any chance of getting some breakfast? Yeah, after the show. Okay, just take it easy there, buddy. Take it easy. So, I was thinking, I put this hat on today because all my hats are like winter hats. Although I will tell you, this morning the low was 16 degrees, but it's been getting much warmer during the day, like 20 in the 60s, and maybe today, even this week, into the 70s. So I need to make some more of these hats. You guys love this hat. I think I want to do it as a tutorial. I will go back and find the pattern. It is in one of my books. It was one of the first things I crocheted. Yeah, I'll go back and I will find it and I will do it as a tutorial so you guys can see. Because I haven't done any tutorials. I need to do some. Because you guys have been asking, and yes, I will start doing them. Boy. So after I got Malia home yesterday, I was just so tired. So I go in my living room. I'm waiting for my tax return, because when my tax return comes, I am getting curtains for this house. Because like between 4:45 and 6 o'clock, you cannot sit in my living room because the sun is going down and it's blinding. And yesterday I was just so tired. So the dogs and I, we went to bed, and I just sat in bed, crocheting, and I was watching, I've been binge watching Chicago Med because I missed a bunch of that. And I've been waiting for a long time because I left off in season 3. So I've been waiting for a long time for someone to pick it up, and Amazon Prime finally has that on. So I've been watching that, and I'm actually now into season 4. And I was also sitting there listening to, for a good hour, 2 hours, I was listening to one of my books, the Bridgerton series. I'm in the second book, the Viscount book. Yeah, let me just see where else do I need this color. Anywhere else? Oh yeah, over here. There's more over here. So, my goodness. And then later on, after the sun went down, I came out here and did a little bit of diamond painting. I finally got to talk to Mickey. I've missed her. She's kind of been in a little bit of a funk. And it happens to all of us. If you suffer from anxiety and depression, sometimes you get into these funks. And you just have to work through it. Louis! There he is! He's just, oh, look at him. Oh, he's so cute. He just ran behind the car. But he's out there. He's like, oh, I've unpacked my bags now. I'm staying. There he is. Oh my God, he's so cute. Hey, Louis. He's looking for some food. I need to put some bread or something out there. I have no bread in this house. None. I have some garlic bread in the freezer. And yesterday, oh my God, when I went to pick up Malia, my son, he's like, hey, Ma, do you want these bananas? I'm going to throw them out. And I'm like, no, don't throw them out. He had some very, very ripe bananas. I'm like, no, Malia and I will make banana bread. So I decide, because yesterday I got up at some ungodly hour. I've been getting up so early. So I get up at this weird hour, and I'm like, oh, let me make this banana bread so we can have it for breakfast. And the recipe that I found called for yogurt. And the only yogurt I had was this blueberry Greek yogurt. So I just said, the heck with it. I added the blueberry Greek yogurt. And this banana bread was so so good. Oh my God. You couldn't taste the blueberry, but it was moist on the inside. The outside was kind of like crispy, and it was, even Malia commented, Grandma, this, it turned out really good. So, I never make the same banana bread twice, but it was delicious. So that's one of the things I did this weekend. And I also figured out from shopping at Ross that I've just gone way beyond the bounds of reasonableness when it comes to my weight. I need to address it. I don't want to diet. I hate dieting. But I've got to figure out a way to get my butt to the gym. I pay them $35 every single month without fail. I belong to the YMCA. And the one that I joined, in fact, it's been a year. I joined like March 1st of last year, the 1st of March. I go in, I'm going to start exercising. It's the downtown YMCA. It's like a block from my work. My plan was after work, I'm going to go here. I'm going to work out. Well, then we know what happened, the pandemic. So first they closed the gym until they could figure out how to reopen it safely. So it is reopened, but it's, I work at home now. The gym is downtown. And that's not that far. I'm making it sound like it's 40 miles away. It's not. I could get in the car and be there in 5 minutes. It's not an excuse. And I realize that. But there's some kind of wall there that I've got to break down and get past. Once I get past it and I go, I will be fine. I'll go, hey, let's do this. I'll be fine. I'll start doing it every single day. I'll become obsessed with it. I just got to get through that wall. Because if I get any heavier, I'm going to need a forklift to get myself around this house. Or I figure, I'm going to have a heart attack and they're going to find me dead on the floor. I don't know. But I'm sorry to bring this to you guys, but I don't know, maybe you guys can relate. I don't know why I buy the food. I buy the food and I want to eat the food. It's like, yes, I want to work out and I want to lose weight, but I also want the food. I'm just obsessed with the food. And I don't even feel like I eat that much. I think it's just poor choices. I don't know. All right, I've talked about that enough. So sorry. I went off on a tangent on that. Okay. This day in history. Oh my gosh. This woman, and this was March 1st, 17... where is it? Hold on. Okay. So, March 1st, 1777. The first woman in this country is executed. The first woman to be tried for murder. This was the first capital case for a woman. This woman, her last name was Spooner. Her father was very high politically, but he was a loyalist. He was very loyal to the British government, which might have been her downfall. Well, one of her downfalls. Because she had this arranged marriage with this Spooner guy, very rich, kept her in in a very lavish lifestyle. They had 4 kids, but apparently he was very abusive, and she, for some reason, gets involved with this 16-year-old soldier, British soldier, and gets pregnant. And so she conspires with this soldier to kill her husband. Now, the soldier's like, nope, I don't want nothing to do with it. So because he wouldn't have anything to do with it, she gets these other 2 British soldiers, and she enlists their help. And she's like, I'll give you money, clothing, if you'll kill my husband. So they kill her husband. And then the 16-year-old comes back to help her clean up the mess, so to speak. So anyway, everybody's tried and convicted because they figured out, within 24 hours, they figured out what happened. The trial lasted like 1 day, and then she moved the court. She said, I'm pregnant. Please do not, can we delay the execution because I'm pregnant? 5 months pregnant. So they appointed this 10 or 12 person council, including 2 male midwives, to confirm that she was pregnant and that the baby had quickened. Now, I don't know what that means by their definition. I'm assuming it means the baby was pretty far along. Now, 5 months is pretty far along. We know that. Well, this panel examines her and comes back and says, nope, no quickening there. And then there's an independent examination, and they come up with the same conclusion. Nope. So they hang the woman, like the day after, well, very shortly thereafter the trial. They don't mess around back then, 1777. They weren't messing around. They hang her. But then they did an autopsy, and they found out, whoops, 5-month-old, viable male baby. Yeah, oops. How sad. Oh my God. Yeah, sorry to be so sad, but that's this day in history. Oh my God. You know, this country has a little bit of a sordid past, don't we? It's not funny. Stop laughing, Rebecca. Stop laughing. I just can't imagine, as a woman, an arranged marriage with a guy that's beating on me. No, thank you. I lost one of these. This happens. Okay. I'm always losing a drill. I go to look for a specific drill. It's gone. So let's look for another one. Oh, okay. We have this one. Here we go. Number 2. So guys, that's the morning show. I hope you have a great Monday. Make sure you watch the March yarn giveaway video. Participate if you want to have a chance to win the yarn that I'm giving away this month. And I will see you in tomorrow's morning show. Take care, everybody, and I love you.